Let's take a look at Blueberry Thicket Hole 9. This is one that obviously a blind basket around the corner and down a hill. It's one that you want to ace run with favorable winds, but it is, in my experience anyway, a pretty rare ace. The angle that the disc has to approach at from the typically high hyzer makes it a very small target to hit. And there is some trouble to be found. There's some trees very close to the basket that you can get tangled up in. There's one tree, one guardian tree, kind of almost to the right of the basket. We'll see here in a second. That can cause you some trouble. But the best disc probably for this ace run is the Accurate Roll Explorer. I don't typically bag that, so I use the Accurate Glide Warship, but I put the Explorer in the bag because I know it's a very good disc for this hole. And if we ever get more bag slots, that disc will be high on the list to go in the bag. And really the ace run is most likely in a one wind in my experience. I put the top chevron on top of this little mountain here, and then go about here with the hyzer, so about almost 2 discs worth, or 8 discs worth, depending on where you're referencing the offset. So about right here, and it usually gets you close to an ace run, and if not, it's usually a pretty safe layup. That one's not, obviously, not an ace, but it was a very safe layup. So 2 wins, probably not as likely, but still can happen. The 3 wind is the one where I don't think it's very highly unlikely you're going to get an ace. I kind of wish they would cap the wins on Blueberry at a 2, because you want to ace run a lot of things, and 3 wins just make it really hard to ace run. So I did get 1 ace during practice, and I'll show you that just to show that it can be done. This is using the Explorer, same aim point, same release angle pretty much, just the optimal wind for it, I think. And there she goes. Take a quick look at the warship next. Alright, so with the warship, same aim point. Here I can't see the mountain, but this tree lines up with the points that just rise up from there. And pretty much the same shot. It's a very similar flight path, just a little shorter obviously, but as you can see, it'll definitely get there. And I have gotten an ace with it. It's just rare again. So one more time. Yeah, you can see it's not quite as good for the ace run. Alright, now here with this strong 3 wind out of the right, I really don't want to use Explorer or Warship because it's going to drive me into the trees behind the basket and possibly take a par. And I really don't want to take a par on any Blueberry hole. So you can actually use a putter. Accurate Extra Glide Pure will work. Same aim point, a little less hyzer because you want it to go further out, but that wind's going to really still carry this down the fairway, hopefully. And that's not anywhere near the basket, but it's also not in trouble, so that's easily a putt I can make. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for Blueberry Thicket Hole 9. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and we'll see you around the valley.